Would you ever consider giving birth to someone else's baby? Well, if you or someone you know can't produce a child of your own, surrogacy is an option in many parts of the world, but not everywhere. How much money do surrogate mothers get paid? And how hard is it to say goodbye? Today, we're going to explore all the ups and downs of the surrogacy process. But buckle up, because this episode might kick you in the feels. This is Your Body On, Becoming a Surrogate Mother. So, what is surrogacy? Simply put, it's a method of assisted reproduction where one woman agrees to carry and care for a baby in her womb for someone else who can't do so.
Wow, you feel so good.
This could be for a couple struggling with infertility or an LGBTQ+ couple looking to start a family. There are two types of surrogacy, traditional and gestational. In traditional surrogacy, the surrogate is genetically linked to the baby.
Definitely not a typical mother and daughter-in-law.
The surrogate's egg is artificially inseminated. But we're going to focus on gestational surrogacy, where the surrogate has no genetic ties to the baby, and which is much more common. So, what does it take to be a surrogate mama? And is it legal? Well, it depends. Qualifications. Becoming a surrogate involves a detailed medical process. Both you and the intended parents must undergo medical and psychological evaluations.
Come into my weird house, hi!
To qualify as a surrogate, generally, you'll need to be at least 21 years old and younger than 40, and have a healthy BMI, body mass index. In most cases, you need to have successfully carried at least one pregnancy to term without complications. If you're a smoker, a criminal, or on antidepressants, you can count yourself out. If you pass the evaluations,
Oh my god, I passed it!
you'll likely have a home visit by a social worker
Hello!
to help address any concerns you and your partner, if you have one, might bring up during this process. Is it legal? Now on to the fine print. Surrogacy laws differ from place to place. Some American states are surrogacy-friendly, others not so much. For instance, if you're in California, go for it. But if you're in Michigan, Nebraska, or Louisiana, it could land you behind bars, and not the drinking ones. Typically, once you start your surrogacy journey, legal contracts are drawn up to protect everyone involved and to ensure the process is smooth. Make sure you have a good lawyer. They're your GPS on the surrogacy road trip. And for all of you wondering how much money you can make, it depends on where you live. According to gestationalsurrogacy.com, you can make anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 per child in the U.S. Not a bad gig. But in places like Canada, things are a little more complicated.
Like, why?
Legally, you cannot be compensated for carrying a baby, but you can be reimbursed for your surrogacy expenses, which can add up quickly. Now, if you're looking for a baby for yourself, if surrogacy is legal where you are, you could have several.
Now say hello to your other 7 children.
What?
Moscow native Christina Ozturk, who's 26, welcomed 21 babies by surrogate in 1 year, and she and her husband are aiming for 100 kids total. Yikes. That's a lot of diapers to change.
Look, Daddy! I'm the king of the mountain!
Get off of there!
Whether you're looking for a surrogate mother for your child or hoping to become a surrogate mother yourself, it's best to know how the science works. The science. Once everything is a go legally, the magic of in vitro fertilization, or IVF, begins.
Magical.
Embryos are created in a lab from the intended parent's eggs and sperm, and then transferred into the surrogate's uterus. It's like the Super Bowl of babysitting. The surrogate carries, nurtures, and protects the baby for 9 months. And if you're lucky, touchdown! And I don't even watch football. It's football, right? Fun fact, did you know that the first gestational surrogacy occurred in 1985? Thanks, science! In gestational surrogacy, despite having no genetic ties to the embryo, the surrogate mother's body doesn't recognize it as foreign. That's because the embryo gets a backstage pass from the immune system during IVF. Rock on, mama! During the pregnancy, the surrogate mother's body changes just like any other pregnant woman's. Hormones surge, bellies expand, and cravings can get a little weird. Pickles and ice cream, anyone? Actually, yeah, I could go for that. Just make sure to stock up on facial tissue, as it'll be an emotional roller coaster ride. The emotions.
I want to carry your baby. Oh, thank you so much. You don't know what this means to us.
Many surrogates report feeling a strong sense of purpose and fulfillment. There's immense joy in helping someone else start a family, but there are tough parts too. Hormone treatments can make emotions run high.
Why won't you help me?
And as for saying goodbye to the baby after birth, it can be challenging.
I feel like so many emotions.
Some surrogate mothers have ongoing relationships with the families they've helped. Surrogacy isn't just a contract or a process. It's an act of love, sacrifice, and generosity. Whether you're considering becoming a surrogate or just learning about it today, remember this: surrogacy is about creating families. And there's nothing more human than that.
Must be Jenny. Wow. You, me, this is us.
Yeah.
But no matter how you look at it, pregnancy can be an uphill battle, especially if you're expecting octuplets. That's right, 8. We'll see how many mouths you can feed on another episode of Your Body On.